What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Conversations with your CFP, Mario Payne, here in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. But it's raining right now, man. So rain, go away. Come back another day. Or with Fat Joe, money showers. I digress, though. Before we get started, like, share, subscribe to our channel. We're rocking and rolling. We need all the support we can, man. I mean, I am a CFP, man. I got a day job where I'm blessed to help a lot of people here in Jacksonville and around the world. But definitely here to support, man, and kind of give information from my background. Also, if you have not already, please look up our ETF. The symbol LET, B as a boy. Yes, Bob, when the tech companies are co-owned. We have an ETF on the stock market. The symbol again, LET, B as in boy. Check it out. Last year didn't do as bad as the market. As the market went down, we outperformed the market. This year, doing a pretty good job. So yeah, we have our own ETF on the market. Also, we have our own investment app, Let Bob, LETBOB. It is in the App Store, Google Play Store, or wherever you download your apps. Check it out as we help you from a market standpoint and from an education standpoint when it comes to financial literacy. But today, we want to talk about somebody made an announcement. Heary. Our current president is running again. Now, it was some rumblings that he might not run because he's not the youngest person in the world, and we're not getting political, right? So this ain't a political show, but he's not the youngest person in the world. There was some rumblings that he would bow out and have somebody else become the Democratic nominee. But President Biden said, nah, man, 4 more years, or he's going to try at least to have 4 more years. Let's see how that goes. But it's interesting because we know from a stock market standpoint, his announcement may hurt, may help the stock market, right? Since he's been in office, of course, 2021 was a great year. 2022, not so much. This year, pretty good. So we don't know what's going to happen next year, but I wanted to go over this year in totality when it comes to the year before a presidential election, right? We're going to have a lot of people saying how the economy is not in good shape, and some statistics show it's not. We have people that say the economy is in good shape, and some statistics show it is. So depending on what side of a statistical analysis you think, but let's look at some information that shows you guys why this year, the year 2023, is probably a good year for the market. Yes, it's up already by 7%, but as the year goes on, might be better because the announcement that President Biden made. Look at the charts though, let's go. So as we look, man, I need my haircut, man. Oh my God, I got the grays coming. Oh man, get a haircut, Mario, get your haircut. So as we can see here, this shows a 4-year time period of a president being in office. Now, of course, we have 8 years, right? W. Bush, President Obama, they did 8 years. Clinton did 8 years, of course. But this over a 4-year time period because you do have to get reelected. So year one, the first year, on average, the market goes up by 6.7%. Now, from a probability standpoint, right, 58% of the time, 58% of the time, the market was positive, right? So it's a 58% chance the first year a person's in office that they're going to make money. For President Biden, of course, that was 2021, pretty good year for the market. Year two, not so much. And for President Biden in year two, horrible. One of the worst years this millennium from a market standpoint, right? The NASDAQ down almost 30 ball, not good. As we can see, the market is 3.3% on average, probability of being up by 54%. So not as high a probability as the first year, but it just shows the second year in office is usually your toughest. The reason why, you have midterm elections. So during midterm elections, we have people on both sides of the party jockeying for positions, jockeying to see who's going to have the majority in the House, the majority of the Senate. With those majorities, you have the opportunity to pass bills that's going to hurt the president if he or she wants to, well, right now he wants to get reelected, or they can help the president get reelected as well. So tough time the second year. But this is what we want to look at. The third year, on average, the third year, that a president's in office, the market for the year is up by 13.5%. $100,000, you made $13,500 minus any investment fees, of course. Man, that's good. And a 78% chance of being positive, right? So pretty high probability rate from an investment standpoint, right? It's more than a 75% chance in year 3 the stock market's going to grow. And look, we're coming off a very tough year. There's rumors about recession. We still have supply chain issues. Inflation is off the yin yang, but still we look up and the market's over 7% this year. So it just shows this year can be a good year. It's a good year already, but it could be even a great year, right? 7% now. If it continues that trajectory, we're looking at almost 30% gain this year. $100,000 on January 1st with the trajectory that we're on is now $130,000. That's a pretty good market. And we see the 4th year. So the actual year of the actual election. Oh man, all those attack ads, CPACs, conferences, Democratic convention, Republican convention. Oh my gosh, it's so much in your face, negative ads. Nothing's positive when it comes to politics. Makes you think, right? The president makes how much a year? Let's look below. $400,000. The president's salary currently sits at $400,000 annually. This amount was set by Congress in 2001 with the passage of a provision in the Treasury Appropriation Bill. Prior to that, they was making $200,000 for 30 years. We talk about a spike. Double your salary in 2001. They cut that check. Bing! Man, spending millions of dollars in ads, traveling all over the place for a $400,000 job. If it ain't money in politics, I don't know what other clue is it besides this. It is money in politics. And yes, of course, whoever gets elected, they think about us and they like us as constituents. But believe you me, when you get into politics, you also get your pockets massaged, rubbed, and your money goes up. Usually, politicians do the right thing, but then also doing the right thing with all this power comes resources. Hence why we see so many senators and so many congressmen and women making the bag off the market, right? For whatever reason, they get into office and their investments get the rocking and rolling. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I digress though, but it just makes you think, man. Presidents make $400,000 and millions upon tens of millions of dollars are being spent on their election. But let's go back to year 3, because right now, as we can see, we're in year 3. Now, year 4, as we talked about, on average, the market goes up by 7.5%. So still, right, 7.5%, not bad, right? I mean, that's basically the average of the market, 7.5%. 75% positive, right? So 75% of the time, it's up. 3 out of 4 times, the 4th year of presidency, it's good. So I say that to say, this year, right now, from a stock market standpoint, good. The course of this year probably will be better. And we know history has a strange way to repeat itself. I'm a CFP, been practicing since 2007. So we have to say past performance doesn't guarantee future results. But look at the charts and not with your heart. And this shows you right here. What do we think about the economy? Good, bad, bad, or good? Statistically speaking, we should be thinking about investing. Does that mean throwing all your money into investments today? No, we want to buy things at a discount. We look at something like Apple, like Tesla, like Microsoft. If it goes down in value by 3-5%, that's when you buy it. If it goes down by 5, you buy it. It has to make almost 7% for it to get back to where it was. You just made 7%. You made it maybe 2 or 3 months, what it takes for a person to make in a whole year from a stock market standpoint. That's investing. Let's look at one more thing though. Average S&P 500 year-to-date performance, as we talked about, right? Now, the midterm years are the toughest, and last year was the midterm year. As you can see from January to December in the blue, midterm was tough. And typically, from August to about November, the market goes down. That's what happened last year. That's typically what happens in midterms. But all of the years, as you can see from January to December, it goes up. This is all of the year that does not have an election. So I say that to say, strong possibility, just from a historical standpoint, Nothing with the economy, recession, inflation. Inflation's out of control. We look again. Look at inflation. Look at that at the far right. Whoop, whoop. It's going down, going down. Now we're still high, right? Inflation's still high, but it's getting better. So in closing, number one, off year when it comes to elections. Off years has the highest probability of making money over a 4-year time period. Number two, inflation is bad, but it's getting better. And as inflation goes down, historically stocks go up. So with those two things, whether you like President Biden or not, he's running again. We'll see if he's going to win. Another thing we'll see is us making money in the stock market. And hopefully information like this gets you better situated to invest long term, because long term is the wave, right? We have good days, bad days in the stock market, but over weeks, months, years, in this case, a 4-year time period, you should be good in the market. But comment below. Should he run again? Not run again? Is the market going to continue to cover this year? Is inflation too high? Let me know what y'all think. I know one thing, investing is the wave. Let's make some painful profits together, y'all. Peace.
Making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Pay for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you know, and it could be different, you know.